everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Catch Me If You Can, the 2002 movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks, directed by Steven Spielberg, that is one of my favorite of his entire filmography, bar none. I think his movies are fantastic, but I just absolutely love this movie. I love the spirit of it. I love the kind of jazzy feel to it, which is perfectly encapsulated in this movie's opening credits, which are, to me, absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. I love the the opening credits and the music that accompany them. It really sets up the mood of the entire film that you're about to watch, and I think just does a great job of getting you primed for the film. And then you're right in there. I mean, the performances in this movie are just mind-bogglingly good. Tom Hanks does such a great job as the agent that's just tirelessly trying to track down this scam artist and tracking him from one side of the world to the other, and he seems to just be of only one thought, just complete tunnel vision. He only cares about capturing Frank Abagnale Jr. And it's just really interesting to watch him, and then have all these moments where he kind of gets shown up, but you also can really empathize with him because you realize that he's up against, you know, just a master criminal and just a master scam artist. And speaking of which, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio just knocks this right out of the park. I absolutely love his performance in this movie. He does such a believable job of coming across like somebody who could scam everybody in every corner of a room out of whatever he wants, and can just read a situation and figure out where to go with it. He just does such a great job. He shows so much charisma and so much range, and even though you know who he is, and that he is somebody that they shouldn't be following. I mean, when he's doing in the courtroom or as a pilot or as a surgeon, you can totally understand why these characters are allowing him to get away with it, even though obviously a cursory background check should have allowed that to never happen. But he did such a great job of scamming himself into those situations. And speaking of which, I think one of the major strengths of this movie is I absolutely love seeing the ways in which he went about pulling off all of these situations, and it's so great to see it, especially all the stuff with the checks, the way that he used to forge those. I mean, I know my wife is somebody who works within the financial situation, so I know that type of thing would not work today, but I think he just does such a great job of showing what they pulled off back in the day. I just think that's really cool. And I love a lot of the supporting actors in this movie. I think Amy Adams as the girl that he falls for and almost marries is just fantastic. So it's such a lovable character, and so cool to see. I think Martin Sheen as her father is really cool. He's got all the southern charm in the world, and it's just really fun to see him. But to me, actually, as much as I love Tom Hanks and I love Leo in this movie, the performance that steals the show is Christopher Walken as his father. He just is such a heartbreaking character. He's a guy who can't do the things that his son does, but just lives through his son's experiences and just continue. Even though his son Frank Abagnale Jr. it starts to get to a point where he's tired of the run, and he's tired of being chased, and he's tired of what he's doing. He just can't help but encourage him to keep going, and he almost forces him on. And there's such a tragic tone to their relationship, and even though there's just such sincere love between the two of them, you know that as a father myself, and as anybody who has had a parent, that he's not doing what he should be doing for his son. He's putting his own interests forward, but he does it in such a charismatic way that you just love him anyways. And then where the story takes his character, and like, you know that the reason why he's doing all these things is because of the love of a woman that he has lost. I mean, it's just such an interesting film. I think Steven Spielberg just knocked this movie right out of the park. Just did such a stellar job of telling this story, creating so many interesting characters, setting up so many scenes. I mean, it's a very large story in scope, and he did such an expert job of putting it all together, and I think he definitely deserves the lion's share of the credit here, although obviously the acting is just absolutely stupendous. I absolutely adore this movie, and those are my thoughts on Catch Me If You Can. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, if you're a big fan of it, whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people might discover this video and come and check it out. This is something I'd absolutely love, because I love talking to people about movies. And speaking of which, if you are new here or you just haven't done it yet, but please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when I put out a new video, and you can come let me know what you think. Other than that, have yourself a good day.